Okay, Priyamvatha, stay with me because we have some more breaking news coming in from Chennai. And some more breaking news coming in. The angry DMK cadre attacked the Headlines Today crew just a few minutes ago, roughing up our video journalist Daniel as well as damaging our equipment. It is believed that the party is upset over the media coverage on Stalin's reported resignation and his subsequent withdrawal. We have Priyamvatha still with us. Priyamvatha, what exactly happened?
Well, ma'am, so while back, angry DMK cadre, we were just doing the coverage of the entire issue. They tried to attack us. In fact, they did attack us. The camera person, Daniel Kanukraj, was beaten, and our camera, Headlines Today camera, has been broken into pieces. And they tried to attack me as well, but we were taken away in a car by one of the senior leaders of the DMK. They were shouting slogans against the media. They blamed the media for the whole debacle. That is what happened. And all the media persons, whoever had gathered outside Stalin's house, they were trying to move out of the place. It's become extremely unsafe for the reporters, media covering that. All the party cadres trying to attack the TV crew channels here, blaming us for their whole debacle.
No, but this is clearly brazen high-handedness. Priyamvatha, are you okay? How is Daniel doing now?
Yes, Manuk, I'm thankfully okay. I was taken, as I said, they did try to barge in and they did try to attack us, but I was taken away in a safer car. And Daniel was indeed beaten. He hasn't suffered any injuries. Fortunately, he has also moved out of the place. Our crew, our equipment, everything. I mean, our equipment has been broken. It's definitely, as you said, high-handedness. We were just charging our duty. We were just reporting the facts. We did not exaggerate. We were just giving out the ground reality. But how can media be blamed for the whole debacle of the party? That is what everyone is asking here. Why should media be blamed, and why should the DMK cadre show their anger against the media for the failures in the Lok Sabha polls?
Okay, Priyamvatha, stay on with us. T.S. Sudhir is also joining us. T.S., clearly high-handedness by the DMK cadre. Have you lodged an official complaint? Any reaction coming in from the DMK? Because clearly all this was happening while we were simply reporting on the facts.
Well, the fact that Karnanidhi himself actually came to the public and blamed the media for his debacle shows the complete paucity of understanding of how the election debacle has taken place. The DMK, instead of doing some serious introspection, going on to blame the media, almost as if on cue, the DMK people at Stalin's house going on to attack different media persons, breaking camera equipment, trashing the media persons, and absolutely uncalled for kind of conduct from a political party which has ruled Tamil Nadu for many years. And in the sense that at this point in time, obviously they are not thinking in terms of whether there should be any kind of apology or some kind of responsible conduct, but obviously plunging to this kind of a low as far as conduct in public life is concerned. The very fact that Karnanidhi, instead of looking at the reasons why the DMK has lost so badly, not winning even a single Lok Sabha seat, chooses to take a very micro picture of it and blaming the media, obviously shows that no serious introspection has taken place within the DMK.
In fact, no serious introspection, clearly drama for the cameras and the media, and now intolerance and hooliganism. Priyamvatha, I want to come back to you. Were there any senior DMK leaders there? Did they try to stop their men from attacking our camera and our equipment?
No, there weren't any senior DMK men. All of them, I would say, Maruk, some of them were even drunk who tried to attack us. Not many senior leaders were present. Only after the incident took place, former mayor of Chennai, M Subramaniam, came out and he tried to calm the cadre, but still they were not ready to take even his words. When we were walked out, they tried to attack me and a couple of other reporters. They finally had to form a chain around us and take us away. I remember this happened right outside Stalin's house and inside house. It was a pathway between the road and his house. And there was police presence. The security guards of course M K Stalin were present, but it was absolutely chaotic. Too much crowd, hundreds of people. Hardly anyone came to the rescue of our team.
Priyamvatha, first of all, thankfully you and Daniel are okay. Has Daniel been injured in all of this fracas that happened?
Well, thankfully he has not been injured, but he was indeed beaten. But thankfully, Maruk, he has not been injured. He had to run away from the place and he had to walk to a safer place.
Okay, and Ram is also joining us. Mr. Ram, this is clearly hooliganism. Headlines Today, like all the other media houses, was reporting on the facts, but the DMK, intolerant in its approach and also perhaps desperate with the kind of rout that they have faced in this election.
Yes, it's condemnable. It's awful, and photographers are usually the first to bear the brunt, aren't they, of any such hooliganism and intolerance. I think they must be punished. Those who attacked, because usually the police promise to do something and then nothing happens. So I think they will make an example of this.
Mr. Ram, don't you think it was in fact Karunanidhi who gave a cue to perhaps his men when he said that it's the media that is wrongly interpreting this entire information and spreading these rumors about Stalin resigning? So he almost incited the crowds to attack the media personnel, including the Headlines Today team there.
No, I don't agree with that. I think you can't link political statements with hooliganism by whoever, so I want to be very careful about it. I think political leaders often criticize the media, and sometimes legitimately. I don't know about this particular case, but certainly I wouldn't link the two. But it's bad enough that hooligans, supporters of a political party do this, but I don't want to take it right to the top, no.
Okay, Mr. Ram, thanks so much for speaking with us. T.S. Sudhir, Editor South, is also on the phone line with us. Sudhir, any word from the DMK headquarters, from the top brass of the DMK, condemning what has happened to our reporter and our camera person?
None at all till now, Maruk. Obviously, they have spent the entire day trying to get the situation within their own party under control. Remember, Stalin had resigned earlier in the day, and after a whole lot of confabulations in Chennai, he withdrew his resignation. But of course, Karunanidhi went on to say that there has been nothing of the sort which has happened within the DMK. Obviously, trying to paper over the cracks within his own family and within the party. So obviously, an attack on the media is the last thing the DMK would really be concerned about at this point in time. They realize that they have just another 2 years to actually put their own house in order. And obviously, the DMK cadre, an extremely frustrated lot, venting their frustration at the media, who obviously were only doing their job out there.
Also, T.S. Sudhir, would you agree with the assessment that it was Karunanidhi who, in that press conference that he had, blamed the media for wrongful reportage by saying that it was absolutely wrong that Stalin had resigned and it was the media that was playing the story, playing the story up? Would that have incited the crowds to attack the Headlines Today crew?
Well, I hope that was not really the case, because if that was so, it would be a very politically very irresponsible statement for Karunanidhi to make. Yes, he did blame the media for his party's debacle, and this was at Karunanidhi's house, and this attack happened outside Stalin's house. Obviously, as Priyamvatha was saying, many of them were in an inebriated condition. They obviously took out their frustration on the media. Stalin, if you remember, Maruk, was really leading the campaign this time. This was really Stalin's election, and he was expected to do well, at least in the northern part of Tamil Nadu. The fact that they have been handed out such a severe drubbing by the people, obviously the DMK cadre is unable to stomach something like that, and that frustration obviously they vented out on the media.
And also, don't you find it surprising, or with the DMK anything can be expected, T.S. Sudhir? We had Durai Murugan, who clearly said that Stalin was taking moral responsibility, which is why he had put in his resignation. Then Karunanidhi comes out and says that this is absolutely false. So either Karunanidhi is lying or Durai Murugan was lying.
Well, this is obviously a script which has been scripted at the Gopalpuram residence of Karunanidhi, both father and son. Obviously, they realized that pressure was mounting on them. They had to be seen as people who were taking responsibility for this kind of a drubbing. There was Elderson Aragiri who was breathing down their neck with statements made out of Madurai saying that this kind of a drubbing obviously calls for some kind of post-mortem and an overall and a revamp of the entire DMK apparatus in Tamil Nadu. Obviously, with that kind of pressure being mounted from southern Tamil Nadu by Elderson Aragiri, Karunanidhi and Stalin had to be seen as doing something, at least take moral responsibility. So this whole drama episode, which lasted about 2 to 3 hours in the afternoon, obviously seemed scripted to achieve something like that. There was no way, absolutely no way Karunanidhi was going to let go of Stalin, because there is really no one else in the party who can lead the DMK. And if Stalin indeed pressurized for his resignation to be accepted, there would be outsiders of the family like Andimuthi Raja or Dayanidhi Maran or T.R. Balu who would come forward to claim more power and responsibility, something which the first family of the DMK wouldn't really be willing to do. So obviously this whole thing was achieved, was done primarily to ensure that, to show that Stalin was willing to take responsibility, but the party was still solidly behind him.
Yes, Sudhi, stay on with us. Priyamvatha is also on the phone line. Thankfully, Priyamvatha, you and camera person Daniel are okay. We believe that the video footage as well as our camera has been completely destroyed, and you were also roughed up in the process. Now, clearly, these are signs of a party that has been completely routed in the state. They've been decimated. They don't really see any political future, at least in the immediate future, and they know that the stakes are completely against them, which is perhaps why they're resorting to such measures. Priyamvatha, are you there? Okay, we'll go to Priyamvatha in just a bit. Yes, Sudhir, this hooliganism, like you said, instead of introspection by Karunanidhi and the first family and the top brass of the DMK, they're resorting to desperate measures, and this high-handedness will clearly make them even more far removed from reality, ground reality, as well as the voters.
Absolutely. In fact, during my travel in Tamil Nadu, one of the first things that came across when you interviewed lots of different voters across age groups was the lack of connect between the DMK cadre and the DMK leadership and the voters, especially first-time voters. And that was a major imaging problem that the DMK faces, because the DMK cadre is seen more or less as an irresponsible cadre which kind of indulges in this kind of hooliganism. And today's incident only reinforces that, and that is something which Karunanidhi, Stalin and the rest of the leadership needs to understand and introspect about, that this is the kind of image issue that they are going to face a problem with, and as a result of which whatever brand equity the DMK has had over the years is only going to dissipate further. And if this kind of hooliganism is something which Karunanidhi wants to live with, well, DMK is going to have a huge problem on its hand in the 2016 Assembly election.
Dear Sudhi, stay on with us. Just to tell our viewers, headlines today, camera person and reporter Priyamvatha was roughed up by DMK cadres. This is as she was reporting through the course of the day on the drama within the first family of DMK politics and the DMK party, which is reports of Stalin having resigned, after which the party spoke. We had Mr. Murugan from the DMK who came out and said that Stalin has taken responsibility, moral responsibility for the rout that the party faced in the Lok Sabha elections. Soon after that, Karunanidhi came out and spoke to media personnel and reporters, saying that all these reports were fabricated and being played up by media houses, and there was absolutely no such truth to it. Priyamvatha and our camera person Daniel were at the spot reporting it when DMK cadres, upset and perhaps desperate after what the party has seen, attacked them and roughed them up, also breaking our footage and destroying very valuable video footage at that point. Priyamvatha is back on the phone line with us. Priyamvatha, clearly the DMK will have to apologize for the kind of action that they have taken, this high-handedness by its cadre. Any word from them?
Not a single word from them except the verbal assurance that N. Subramaniam, former mayor who tried to rescue us and bring us out of that chaotic situation, assured us that he will try to bring the situation under control and he will try to talk to the cadres and find out. But other than that, we haven't got a word from the DMK High Command, Maruf. But meanwhile, I've just got some news. Chennai police has decided to provide extra security cover to India Today office here in Chennai in anticipation of probably further retaliation from Stalin supporters.